Hello, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back. We got Andy doing the intro today. This is Andy Dang.
It's first episode. Second episode.
I was
Second
here last
episode.
week, but some stuff happened. I'll let Charlie explain.
So welcome back. This is should be episode 5, but now it's episode 3 of the pod. We've lost 2 to corrupt files, but we are on a camera now. We are also a little bit better. I just got some more, I got a new computer, another new computer. So we're making sure it's good for y'all.
New camera as well.
Yes, sir. New camera. So we got 2 angles. So we'll probably use the phone for TikToks, and then we might use just the top one for YouTube and or Spotify when we get to that point. All right. Well, so Andy Dang, I'm gonna let you take it away. He's our good friend. Played football with him for a while. He's known Rail since kindergarten?
Kindergarten, yeah.
All right, yeah, they made it out the mud. We're gonna plug in the picture of them in kindergarten right now. So
No, we're not.
you want to take a look at that? Damn, why not?
We're also missing Evander tonight.
For real, yeah. So we are missing Evander. He had just some other stuff going on. So it'll be
back soon.
Yeah, he'll be back probably next week. So we got 3 gentlemen here. We're gonna take it away. So we're gonna respond to some questions that are still relevant from last week. So anything regarding specific games, we're just gonna move past because the football weeks move past.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna mention stuff from both weeks, of course, as
Yeah.
things have happened. Do you want me to pull up the questions from?
Yeah, we could do that. So
Andy, go ahead and introduce yourself, because
Oh, shit.
yeah.
I thought y'all were going to...
Well, he did, but
I'm Andy. I'm a Giants fan and a Heat fan. I'm also a Ohio State Buckeye hater.
for real.
It's only just because some of my friends love Ohio State. One goes there, so, I got to be an op. But big Giants fan since I was in first grade. Semi-big Heat fan, mostly big Heat fan when it gets to the playoffs because we're always in there since 2021 or something.
Don't remind me about 2021. Don't remind me, Andy.
good times.
Wait, no, that was when we made the finals. That was good. The next year,
2020 was when Bam blocked the shit out of
Jason
Tatum
Tatum.
going
And the
up.
next year is when we beat y'all when Jimmy was short on the breakaway 3 in Game 7.
Yeah.
And then the next year was
Yeah, but big Giants fan. I love Daniel Jones. Very true to my heart. Always will be supporting him. Glad he's on the Vikings. I said I wanted him to be on the Ravens last week, but Vikings will do so.
And actually, now that you bring up Daniel Jones, that was one of the questions that somebody asked. How do you feel about the release of Daniel Jones?
Man, I was sad, man. We did him dirty, especially after all the news that's been coming out. He's been a high-class guy throughout his whole career. He hasn't never complained. Been so good to the media, never said anything about teammates or the organization.
Bro.
And then it came out that when we benched him, we literally told him, don't even come to practice. Don't even show
That's
up.
crazy.
But he showed up anyways, and that's why he became our scout team safety for the day.
And then there was media speculating that, and then I think at that point they were just we're just gonna let him go.
Yeah, and then that's what ultimately made him ask for his own release, because, man, you're the captain of a team, and your team doesn't even want you to show up to the building.
No, yeah,
And if you continue to show up, that just goes to show that you're loyalty to the team. And if they're not giving back, then I see why he asked for a release.
Yeah, I think that's just doing him dirty like that. That's just, I don't think that's okay. Even if I don't know, because he was again, he's humble. Even though he wasn't that good for the Giants, a lot of players, we have Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. They're not good for the original teams, but they could flourish somewhere else. So, speaking of which, Malik Neighbors, when they lost to the Bucks, had a lot of things to say. So I'm going off the cuff here. I just thought of this right now. Let's just take a minute and talk about the divas in the NFL and how it's just really gotten out of hand. Yesterday we were watching the Steelers game, bro, and we're gonna break down, our individual games, even though they play each other. So they'll talk about the goods and the bads. But I think George Pickens, in the heat of the moment, I was just I don't care. And then after the game, I look back and I'm like, bro, you're costing us points. It's fine to do the hood shit, after a touchdown or after a game, right? Or even if you're gonna fight a team, even if you're gonna fight a team, brawl with a team, it's still not gonna be that much of a difference. But when you're doing stupid shit, I think both of the fouls that he got were kind of stupid.
Wait, so I know he got one where he was doing the shooting.
Yeah, I think
was the other one.
I think doing the gun thing is kind of soft. I'm bro, I get it. He's You know, like because a lot of players they go like that for a first down.
Yeah.
So, like, why can't you do that?
Yeah. Which is crazy.
So is he the jaw of the NFL? John Morant?
No, because he hasn't caught an actual IRL case yet.
Yeah,
So
that's
what was the other
Well,
penalty?
anyway,
The other one was earlier in the game where he ended up scoring on that drive, I think, or no, it was the drive after. He got a first down, and the Bengals linebacker, he was like kind of like down on the floor because he got like pushed out of bounds, and he literally just like went for the first down. You know how sometimes they just drop the ball? He dropped it on him.
Oh, I did see that.
Which I think both of those are kind of soft, but like at some point you're like, okay, you know the rules. Like if he would have done that after a touchdown and the 15 yards on the kickoff, it's like whatever, you scored a touchdown at least. But it's like in the middle of the drive, and both of those drives, one drive we still scored a touchdown on. The other drive we ended up actually, it was a long ass bomb from Russell Wilson, and it put us back 15 yards, and then the kick got blocked. So we had a chance to beat like the 15, punch it in for a touchdown. We ended up not getting any points. Regardless, we still won. We'll talk about the Steelers game a little bit later on, but I just want to get your guys' take on like what point do we need like to like start benching players and shit? Because it started with Antonio Brown. Who else?
The big one's Stephon Diggs.
Stephon
He's
Diggs was
always been a
bad.
diva. I mean, he kind of died down at Buffalo for a little bit till the past like maybe year and a half, or kind of started flaring up again. And I mean, even he said it himself. He's never gonna be the bigger guy. He's always gonna be the guy that talks shit and stays with it. So.
Yeah, and I think
There's a lot of guys in the league that are like that. I think they just don't come out and say that. You know what I mean? It's just the pride that they have, and you know what I mean.
yeah, no, I understand.
Also, I mean, going back to your question, what did you ask? Like how?
Like at what point do we like need to start not we but like as like owners, coaches, and general managers need to just be like.
Personally, I think it's just something if it becomes like consecutive. Like,
Yeah, I think like wide receiver ones can do it because they're like, I'm a fucking wide receiver one. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, you don't see Justin Jefferson doing that. Like Malik Neighbors, I'm like, bro, you're a rookie. You can't be a diva as a rookie. Like
Yeah.
you really can't.
No, I just think if it's something that becomes consistent, like if it becomes a habit pretty much, and it's costing the team
Yards,
yards,
points, like
points, everything. Just
so which I think George Pickens did, because like I didn't give a shit about the fight at the end of the Browns game because it was after the game. I didn't give a shit when he yanked fucking Jordan Lewis's helmet down. That shit was funny, right? Like, or when he does like touchdown celebrations, I'm like, well, it's after the game. It doesn't really impact you in the moment. So that's where I'm like, and even in the interviews where I'm like, bro, at least like, what are you gonna do? Fine him? I'm not gonna get mad at him for getting fined. It's his money. So I think, but once it becomes like affecting you in game. And I think like after the game, when I was watching highlights back, I'm like, dude, like, come on, man.
Did the media ever ask him like, what's his response to all of this? Because I mean, I wonder what he would say. Because
I'm not sure if he spoke to the media. We've been a little bit busy. You know, we had a couple of things going on, and I had work today, so I didn't really look about what he said. But Tomlin just said he's got to like grow up. You just got to grow up. Like,
I mean, there was the situation with Jamison Williams on Thanksgiving where he literally like, I wouldn't say chucked, but he threw the ball back at some Bears dude's face.
Yeah.
And he got fined for that. And then he apologized to the team.
no, he got flagged for it, and then he apologized to the team. That's what Dan Campbell was saying, which is good, man. And it's like, yeah, he in the heat of the moment, but like George Pickens, he's like the NFL crash.
Yeah,
out. He's like the definition of a crash out in the NFL. So I think they haven't been really saying anything of it because a lot of the times it's after games or it's after the play, or it's like it doesn't affect the team in the moment with 15 yards, but on those two times it did. So I think
it makes it worse too if you can't come out and be apologetic about it. You know what I mean? And like tell your fans and your teammates, and coaches, sorry. Then that's different.
Yeah, like when he said I didn't give a shit about like the fight with Greg Newsome because I'm like it was at the end of the game. Like when it's post game and it doesn't affect you in the game, it's fine to not give a shit about it. But like in the game, you got to be like, all right, man. Because even on the sideline, Russell Wilson was talking to him, Mike Tomlin was talking to him, and Cam Hayward was talking to him. But I think what really set him off in that game was the very first interception. So I guess we'll just lead into the Steelers game now.
I just go ahead and cover it right away, and then we'll jump into our games.
Yeah, no problem. On the very first drive, we forced a punt because the Bengals got the ball. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
after the first drive?
What do you mean? We forced a punt on the first drive. We forced a 3-and-out.
I didn't watch your game, to be honest. I'm not.
Yeah. And then we throw a slant out to George Pickens, and it's it's illegal hands to the face.
Oh yeah,
and then they take it. Yeah, they take it for a pick six, bro. And I think that's set him off a little bit to be like, all right, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. So I think the fact that one of the penalties didn't get called, which should have been, Gene Steratore afterward was like, that's 100% a penalty. I don't know why you're not calling that a penalty. So that, like, even, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I was just like, dude, because he fell, and it was a penalty. But then people are like, well, you got to be like, but it's football. And I'm like, yeah, bro, but when you get pulling down on the ground, I'm like, but we ended up bouncing back. Regardless, George Pickens on the next drive, he got a touchdown. So he kind of made it up. And then he just did the stupid shit. And I'm like, bro, like, it's a tough game. We ended up, putting 44 points on the board, which I'm happy about. We got the running game going. Russ went for 400 yards. I am so happy. I love Russell Wilson. They really tried to make him the villain in Denver.
Did you hear he broke his all-time passing record for first half?
Yeah, he had like 250 in the first half.
Like that, yeah.
I know I'm pissed. I have him on my fantasy team. But I have him on the bench.
How many points he gave? He gave you so many points.
47 or 41. I don't know. It was ridiculous.
That's tough, bro. I think, fantasy's heating up, man. It's heating up.
It is. Shout out Saquon. He's keeping you
afloat.
In the game, bro.
Now, are you beating your dad?
I am.
The winner of you guys, pretty much, and then you need to win next week. So the winner.
I don't know who I play next week, but yeah, I'm beating my dad so far.
So
as far as I know, yeah.
It's some crazy shit, man. Like our fantasy thing.
Yeah, you need in on it next year, bro.
For real.
It's always good.
Yeah. So back to the Steelers. We start off, we're going bad for bad. We're going touchdown for touchdown, and then we get, I think it was a forced fumble. T.J. Watt, he's him, bro. He had an off couple weeks because they're literally double teaming him, triple teaming, chipping. They're doing everything to keep him. So I'm like, all right, let the other guys go. Let Nick Herbig get a sack. Let Cameron Hayward get a sack. Let Alex Highsmith, when he's here, he's hurt. But let like Keanu Benton, let like Preston Smith, even our middle linebackers, right? If you have like Peyton Wilson, who had a touchdown. We'll talk about that in a second. I was just happy. And people are like, well, TJ Watt isn't doing it. I'm like, yeah, but look at how the defense is doing one-on-one when you want to put 3 guys on Watt. But he still got a forced fumble. Boswell, he's damn automatic in that stadium. He hit, one of his got blocked, but I think he went 3 for 4. So that's good. Going into second half, we got the ball. We got the ball. And we go down, we were able to start running the ball a little bit better. We had 500 yards total offense. It's been since 2021 since we had 500 yards total offense, man. Back when Big Ben was running that shit in his last year. And I was just so happy to be like, holy shit, we can put up points.
At the same time, bro, it's the Bengals, dog.
No, they're the worst defense. So it's good to see that our offense can put up 40 points.
Yeah, it's just a matter of doing it on good teams.
Like consistently.
And you're supposed to beat up on the bad teams, bro. And they're not a bad team by all means, which I'm going to ask a question in a second, which we'll talk about the Bengals, because the Bengals are in a tough spot. But when you're able, against 4 worst defense, you put up 44, bro. That's how you win. Put up points. And shout out to the Bengals, man. They were driving. Chase Brown was getting, good yards. T. Higgins was getting open. They were even able to march it down a few times. But at the end of the day, man, defense wins games. And we had 3 turnovers. Nick Herbig, strip sack, rookie, Payne Wilson takes the first score. And then we had an interception. Cam Hayward tipped it and then tipped off T. Higgins, and then Dante Jackson picked it off. Yeah. So, and then, of course, we kind of let them get back into it a little bit at the end. But it ain't a Steelers game, it ain't a heart attack. So I'm just really happy with the way we're playing. And leading into next week, we should beat the shit out of the Browns. Like, I feel like we're taking this energy leading into next week. We have a full week, and then I really feel like we should beat the shit out of the Browns. Like, physically.
You should. It's gonna be
no.
Like, I don't know if y'all put 40 on.
I don't know.
No, like, I mean, like,
closer game. But
no, it'll be a little bit closer. I'm just saying, like, physically, like, you know how, like, when teams are just running the ball every play, like, physically beating a team. I feel like that's that energy that we're gonna bring in next week. Because it is at home, too. So, I think we'll come back very well. So, recap of the Steelers game, 44-38. God, Russell Wilson is good.
I was wondering what was going on with that defense. Because, I was driving back from Arizona, so every time I tuned into the game, I was like, what the hell? Like, every single clip I'd see was a turnover. Or a forced turnover. So what's going on with this defense? But, your defense is good. So, I got to give you that.
Yeah, in the break room today, during work, I was scrolling on TikTok and I was on First Takes, and I was seeing that Shannon Sharp was blaming Joe Burrow for the loss. So I want to get your guys' opinion. They have had 4 games where they've scored 30 plus and they've lost them all. They've had 3 games where they scored 35, I think, and lost them all. They lost both of them. So what is the threshold of Joe Burrow? So I'll let y'all talk it out a little bit because I've been going for a little bit. So
I don't think Joe Burrow is the problem. I mean, even at the beginning of the season when they started really bad, if you looked at his numbers, he was impressive. Like if they were winning those games, he would have been an MVP candidate.
Yeah, they just need help on defense. I mean, you can't always be everything. You know what I mean? You're not. You can control the offense to a certain extent, but you can't control what the defense does. And I think that's what a lot of teams have problems with.
Yeah, man. Again, even before the game, Charles Davis was saying he's like he would be getting talked for MVP if his team was 4-7. Now they're 4-8. He's thrown for over, I think, almost like 400 yards. In the losses, Dan Orlovsky said he has 28 touchdowns and 3 picks. Yeah. At what point is that on him, man?
Yeah, see, so I don't know how Shannon can say that he's the problem for that loss.
And I get the 3 turnovers is a thing. One was a scoop and score. One we kicked a field goal. One we didn't. So it's 10 points. But again, we were fucking scoring on almost damn near every drive, man.
And your defense is good too. You got to give him that. Like he was going against a really good defense. So
and he was still putting up points.
Yeah.
Our defense is a top 3 defense in the league. They put up 30. Well, it was 44 to 38. They put up 38, man. In a league like the NFL, this isn't college where you're getting 50 to 50. Mm-hmm. If you're able to score 30 points a game, you should be winning every game. Right? But their defense selling them. So I'm going to ask you, is Joe Burrow the reason why they're 4-8?
I don't think
No, I feel like if you put any other quarterback, obviously of not that caliber, but like just any other quarterback, they might be winless right now.
Yeah, they could be a lot worse.
I genuinely think so. I think if you put like, who's even like, if you put like Justin Herbert, like if you put similar tiered quarterbacks, they're still the same in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you put Patrick Mahomes in Cincy, bro, like, I really think that you still have 4-8 just because how bad the defense is, man.
I saw a clip on TikTok where it was a play that was during the game. They had a double mug look on defense, and then right when the ball was snapped, it was supposed to be maybe like 7-on-5 with the linemen.
Oh.
But somehow you guys picked up everybody. Their 2 blitzers dropped, and they dropped maybe.
No,
like
I know that one. It was they were playing double mug. They were having 3 safeties. It was basically like Engage 8.
Yeah.
Where they have the 3 safeties at the line, and they were playing so far off, and Van Jefferson was on the right side, and there was just that little skinny post. And I even told my dad, and I'm like, if you fucking throw a slider out,
I know,
or even just a little. It was a skinny post there because you already have 10 yards of separation. And then Cam Taylor-Britt, I think it was Newton. He turns his hips inside, and I'm like, why are you turning your hips inside? And when you bring the double mug, they dropped him back, and they're they're no man's land at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when they dropped back, they took maybe like 2 steps back from the line of scrimmage.
I saw that.
How are you gonna defend anything behind that if you're that far away?
Yeah, so you're able to pick up the blitz because Russell Wilson checks Najee to stay in the backfield, and just had Van Jefferson skinny post. It was damn near like a 35-yard gain, and we're able to milk the clock a little bit, kick another field goal, and just take time off the clock, and that's how you. Like, I don't know why you're running that. And I think it was like 2nd and 11, 3rd and 11 or something like that. Why are you running double A blitz on freaking 3rd and 11, man? So it's questionable calling on the defensive. And then it's just poor execution, poor tackling sometimes because Najee had a field day, man. I think he had, 80 yards rushing or 75 yards
rushing. I hate Najee, but you got to give him credit.
Why do you hate Najee, bro?
I just don't like him, man. Jalen Warren is just, in my opinion, so much better. Najee is huge. He runs like he's like a 5'8" running back.
Yeah,
he needs to just run people over instead of trying to cut so much. But at the same time, he's so slow, man.
Bro, he runs sometimes like he's stuck in mud, man.
I know.
But I think him provides Jalen Warren to burst out.
Yeah, like we talked about last week.
The 2 of them just go out.
They complement each other really well.
Really well, yeah.
Bro. So that's enough about me. I'm happy everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for Russell Wilson. I'm just so happy for him, man.
Crazy that you say that because you didn't.
Dude, I didn't want him to start, bro. I didn't want him to start.
Yeah, you want Justin Fields, bro.
Damn, bro. I'm loving it, man. Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for Russ. So, Ray, what are you thankful for? You thankful for the Suns because the Cowboys ain't really doing shit.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, the Cowboys have won their last 2 games, but again, the first game was against the Commanders and the second one was against the Giants. I mean, I'll take the wins. You know what I mean? At this point, like I said, I think last podcast I went out, you asked me what my dream scenario for the season was, and of course I said it was to tank the rest of the season. I just don't see that happening. Like the Cowboys players have come forward and said that they have too much pride to let that happen. You know what I mean?
You think y'all are gonna go on a run?
I don't know if we're gonna go on a run, but we're not gonna like.
They're gonna fuck themselves out of a really good draft pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
They'll play some spoiler.
They're gonna try so hard for that playoff spot, which they're far from.
They're not that far back.
I feel like y'all would barely miss the playoff spot. I think y'all could make it right there, but then
just like a couple of like tiebreakers of like games you've lost earlier in the season where it kind of like screws you over.
That's true. The way the other teams in the NFC are playing, we may have a shot at the playoffs, and
y'all just got to make a run. Just win games.
Yeah.
If y'all do make the playoffs, what's the chances, bro? You have fucking Cooper Rush at QB. He's a manager.
I don't even want to get into
manager, but he's not somebody who will lead you.
It's like last year where we fucking fell off and we had Mason Rudolph and we made a run and it's like everyone's like, we're not really gonna do shit in the playoffs. We really didn't do shit in the playoffs.
Yeah. So no, I don't know. I don't want to get into that just yet. We're far from that. That'll come in.
I don't know. We're not very far from it, man. We're in December, man.
5 weeks away, 5 weeks, somewhere.
We just finished up. We're not.
I want to be.
We just finished up week 13.
Yeah, I want to be far away from it because even if we do make the playoffs, our history's not good.
No.
But
anyway, I don't know. You're not at home though.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, we're doing good on the road this year. We only won the
one game at home.
Yeah, it was against the Giants. I think.
Oh yeah, it was the fucking Giants, bro. We're ass, dog.
I'm surprised that came from his mouth.
Now let's get a self-roasting session.
Yeah, for real. But no, I mean,
I'll talk about that after he.
Yeah, it's good to see my team win games again. I definitely miss that feeling. It sucked seeing my team suck. I mean, we still aren't that great, but it sucks seeing my team suck. It hurt because the last 2 seasons we went 12-5. I was used to winning games. A lot of those games last year were blowouts, so I missed it. I definitely missed it. And like I said, I don't see us tanking the season anymore. Our guys are just gonna go out there and do their best to try and win as many games as they can.
I mean, y'all got some leaders too, man.
Right
Micah's a leader.
Deron Bland.
No, I'm not even gonna say those guys, like, because I really think.
Oh, Deron Bland just came back, so.
Yeah, but I think like Eric Kendricks, Brandon Cooks is a leader. He's a veteran.
Yeah, Cooper Rush has that.
What's up with Zeke, bro?
I don't even know, bro. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
He's like way out of the picture. Yeah, he's not even getting that many reps right now.
Washed.
Rico Dowdle, I think, just had his first.
Against the Giants. We were one of the worst run defense.
But still, it's an accomplishment for him. I'm happy for him. I mean.
Yeah. All right, Andy, we'll give you a little bit of time here to talk about your Giants.
I think the Giants are literally the opposite. I think players, even like we've seen last week against the Buccaneers, obviously Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Malik Neighbors called everybody out. At the same time, even though it was a close game with the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys aren't really that good, and that's why it was semi-close. At the same time, I don't feel like players want to keep playing the season. We got eliminated. We're 2-10 right now.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence is done for the season with a dislocated elbow.
Damn.
We lost our rookie tight end for the season too.
You guys are just gonna tank though.
Yeah,
we already know it.
Even though the players obviously they don't want to tank, but they don't have it in them.
I think they kind of do. I feel like there's a part of them that do.
They don't have the fire in them.
Like Cowboy players, they're not gonna want to. But the Giants players, I can kind of see that.
Speaking of tanking, though, we're gonna go back to the diva thing where's Shador going? And is
the more I look at Shador, he's kind of growing on me, man. These past few weeks, he's been able to shut up a little bit when going in interviews.
I'm just thinking, is his dad gonna have a say in where him and or Travis Hunter go?
I think his dad tries to have a say, but at the end of the day, the NFL's NFL, bro.
Because they're both a little bit diva-ish, and I think it contradicts what Dion does, like what he says and how he leads his team. But then it's like the complete fucking opposite with his kids. I'm like, dude,
At the same time, though, I mean, the drafts. I think the draft order is Jaguars, Raiders, Giants right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
at 3 you can take Shador.
Yeah, I feel like Dion wouldn't have a problem with
because you have a up and coming
Giants or the Raiders.
Receiver.
I think he's gonna go to the Raiders.
And then Travis, I think Travis is going number 1 to whoever's number 1.
Jackson.
Yeah, and I don't think he'd have.
Oh, did y'all see that hit on Trevor Lawrence?
That was so dirty.
So bad. Dude, and the dude felt so bad, man.
The way his head bounced off the ground.
Dude, because he was already sliding down so hard, and me and Andy have played football. You can't really stop your momentum like that.
And the other dude comes in straight forearm to the head, man. It was
not good, bro. And again, you could jump over, but in the heat, people don't understand that in the heat of the moment with the adrenaline rushing, and we only played high school football, man. Yeah. Imagine the adrenaline in college, the adrenaline you get in the NFL. It's different, and a lot of times, there's players that say, I don't remember the game because I was so fucking juiced up on adrenaline. They don't
remember certain parts.
They don't remember big hits or big moments where the adrenaline takes over. So I think people are giving way too much hate, way too much credit. he apologized. It's not like he's saying it was a dirty hit, or he wasn't saying it wasn't, and he apologized. But that's just bad to see for Trevor Lawrence, and the Jaguars really aren't going anywhere, man.
They're not.
And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the
What's up with them though? I mean, they went from like a pretty
playoff
good team,
caliber team, and
to just nothing.
well, because their wide receiver room consists of Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk, and Evan Ingram at tight end. Brian Thomas Jr. He's like the bright spot.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne really hasn't done much.
Is Christian Kirk hurt?
Yeah, I think he's out for the season.
Oh yeah, that too. They were about to trade him.
Yeah, and then on the defensive side, man, like really, who do you have? You have Josh Allen.
That's all.
That's pretty much it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Jags owner is not a well-liked owner in the league, so though they might get that first. They might be looking to sell because they need so much that one player is really not going to.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, when you're not wanting a quarterback in the draft and you have a first overall pick,
trade it.
You have so many options, man. I mean, Travis is there and he's generational, but like you could have so many like picks in the later rounds that hit. If you're good at drafting,
like snags, bro. Like I know Ev's not here, but it pertains to the AFC North, bro. Philly and the Ravens game. It was a good game. Philly dominated, bro. I'm not gonna spend too much time and glaze like
Justin Tucker.
Dude, they've lost their games by 22 points, and the kicks that he's missed has totaled to 22 points.
I know it's all mental, but at the same time, do we think that they need to drop him or something?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think because Chris Boswell had a bad year. It wasn't
I don't know.
Might have been as bad as this, but he found himself in the offseason. He did whatever bullshit he needed to clear his head or whatever after the season. And Justin Tucker, he's the greatest kicker of all time. He's kind of tainting his reputation if he keeps going like this. But I don't think
which Harbaugh is. Isn't John Harbaugh talked about how there's not many free agent kickers that are better than Justin Tucker? I mean, all time no, but people like the Chiefs, they picked up a kicker and he's doing amazing.
True.
We
picked up Chris Boswell off the practice squad.
I feel like you should pick up some kicker, maybe have him compete with Justin Tucker a little bit in practice.
I think
out that fire again, and then have him.
I really think the way the NFL is going with kickers is that they need to. They're recruiting former soccer players, bro, because a lot of these kickers are former soccer players. Like
Brandon Aubrey. Yeah, I knew you were going with that. Well, I don't know where you're at.
No,
come on, you hated on him.
Hey, man. Said, Chris Boswell's he's the best kicker in the league, man.
Okay, you got chill.
Who's made 6 field goals twice in a game? Who was the most points?
You've witnessed Brandon Aubrey in person.
I have witnessed Brandon Aubrey in person.
He made in that game. He had 3 60-plus yard field goals.
Oh, he had 2 from 55. Or he had 2 from 55, 1 from 60.
I thought it was 2 from 60.
No, he had 2 were from 55 plus, 1 was from exactly 60.
Yeah. Okay.
But
either way, you witnessed it.
I love Chris Boswell, man. Hey, man, we have a bright spot where we know if we get inside the damn 40-yard line, it's automatic.
Bro, automatic. Ours is automatic from the fucking.
Didn't Brandon Aubrey miss a few?
He did miss a few. The only ones Chris Boswell's missed, one was a 60-yarder in Heinz Field, and one got blocked. That's it.
He has one that's been blocked, and his was, I think, a 44-yarder.
He missed a 50-yarder, and he missed a 44-yarder.
Yeah, but anything longer than that?
But I'm just messing around. It's kickers. We're talking like Justin Tucker, though. I think it's all mental. Next year he's gonna come back. He's gonna be the same automatic man.
And if he doesn't, then you do.
Because kickers do have a little bit of a dry spell.
Right. So I just think I don't know what it is with kickers this year. I feel like this year specifically, it's been weird with kickers, man.
Man. Well, at the beginning of the year they weren't missing, and now you have weeks where they're fucking shit up.
Yeah, and big moments too.
Big moments.
Put them up.
Like I think McPherson.
It's like in the Eagles and what game were we watching? Evanders. It was Eagles and. I don't remember. It was his dad's birthday.
Oh, the Commanders.
And maybe it was the game before that when Elliott could have put him up 6-0 and he missed both those field goals. Remember? In back-to-back drives.
No, that was the Commanders.
It was, huh? Yeah. Okay, yeah. See,
so it's just crazy, man. And Jake Elliott's a really good. He's a top 5 kicker too. So and Butker's on IR. He's a top 5 kicker when he's in the league. Yeah. So I think we've spent a good amount of time on kickers. Let's go to long snappers now. Just kidding. Fuck no. So, yeah, to recap our last week, Daniel actually had the privilege of going to a Suns game. We had just gone to a Mavericks game, so he went to the Suns game. So we're going to transition a little bit to the NBA.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, in the last podcast, which you guys unfortunately aren't going to be able to see, Vander was dissing on the Suns, saying that the Warriors were going to smack all over him. And if he tries to deny it, we still have a little bit of that footage from that.
I have that.
So
I have that footage.
We can throw that in there if
How did KD play
it once he sees. Huh?
Did KD play good?
KD played really good. KD played good. Booker played good. We didn't have Beal.
Hey man, it doesn't matter. Y'all won what?
Good.
113 to 105.
113 to 108, I think,
108.
or something. So it wasn't like a
blowout. It was a good
win.
game. Yeah,
It was a win. It was a win.
And they've lost 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Warriors have lost 5 in a row.
And it's all been close games for them. So, yeah, but no, it was an awesome experience. I got to go watch them with my parents. Both my parents had never been to an NBA game, so
for real nice.
really. Yeah, my mom's a Warriors fan, so I'm a Suns fan. My mom's a Warriors fan, so it just meshed well
We
together.
should talk about
It was fun.
what gift y'all got from the Suns. Did all of you guys?
Oh
get
yeah,
that ball?
so
Oh yeah, huh? Can we
pretty
insert
cool
that
experience.
footage of you with the?
Yeah, I can. I'll send it to you. But it was a
Alright.
pretty cool experience. We were just watching the game, and these guys that works for the Suns, they're like the male cheerleaders, I guess. Or I don't know what
Yeah,
you call
remember when we were at the Mavericks game? Those like middle-aged guys that were like everywhere doing
they're
weird
like part of
dances
the
and shit.
spirit
squad or whatever, yeah.
I don't know what you call them, but they came up to our section and they were looking around and they finally, I don't know what made them pick our row, but the guy came up to me because I was sitting on the aisle seat.
Nice.
And he's all, we selected your row to give some gifts to. He's all, I want you to, we're going to put you on camera. You're going to be on the Jumbotron. And he's all, I just need you to stand up. I'm going to hand you these boxes. You're going to pass them down the row. And it was pretty cool. Everybody in our row got one. I think it had a shirt, hoodie, and lanyard.
That's dope, bro.
So it's pretty cool.
You can't really say too much that you've been on the Jumbotron in an NBA game.
Yeah.
Right. So that's pretty cool, man.
So, yeah, it was
But how are we feeling about the Suns? Like, me and you were having a conversation, and if you want to pull up the DMs, I think that there are 5 teams in the West that are better than you guys, but that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Seeing you guys play, and again, it's December. I really think you can't make full forming opinions and like predictions, accurate predictions, until after the All-Star break.
Yeah.
So I think,
Or
that
give your opinion first.
yeah, I think y'all are a top 5 team right now in the West. In the West, I feel like you guys can compete with the Nuggets. You've competed with the Warriors. You can compete with the Thunder.
Let me put the standing.
You can compete with the Timberwolves. Even though the Timberwolves are like kind of hit or miss as of right now.
Aren't they? Yeah, they've been pretty like going downhill.
Going downhill.
The past few weeks.
Can we take a moment to glaze Wembanyama?
Oh my
Like,
god.
oh,
he's
he's so good.
He's
Yeah,
just
he
chucking
is.
threes this year. That's insane.
Who?
Like
Dude.
a 7 foot. I don't even know how
He's
tall he is.
7'4",
7'3", or
shooting
4'4".
like damn near 40% from 3.
It's crazy.
God,
he's
bro.
So
What
good.
if he starts putting up Curry numbers, bro?
We're gonna have a problem. The league's gonna have a problem, dude. Pop cannot keep doing this, bro. He literally went from, why am I blanking? David Robinson to Tim Duncan to Kawhi Leonard, and then with a little bit of a gap to fucking Wembanyama, bro.
Insane.
Dude, and people are like, well, what if he played against Prime Shaq? I'm like, yeah, Prime Shaq wasn't no chucking threes from 35 feet,
Yeah,
dude.
You
He's
think
on
Prime Shaq is gonna be able to guard him on the fucking perimeter?
Fuck no.
Yama has handles, low key too.
And
Yeah.
he's going to blow right by him because he's got the handles, he's got the separation,
He's a
and so
lane.
they're going to be like, all right, we'll put him in the post. I'm like, well, Shaq's going to be damn near over there,
Yeah,
and he's going to be yamming the ball. So Wembanyama, in my opinion, is already an all-star. He's not going to be first team All-NBA. I think he'll be second or third team.
Yeah, I agree with that. And real quick, going back to the Suns, I think as long as we stay healthy as a team, like as long as we have at least 2 out of our big 3 out on the floor each game, we have a good chance of.
No, yeah,
postseason.
that's also the way that it's been working.
Because if not, I'm not gonna lie. Without at least 2 of our big 3, we're kind of lost. I'm
For
not
real.
gonna lie.
I
That
think
may
so.
hurt us.
And y'all rely a lot of it on the big 3 because like other teams like the Celtics, bro, like our big 3, we lost barely to the Cavs. We didn't have Jaylen Brown or Derek White. And Derek White's not part of our big 3. Our big 3 is Porzingis, Brown, and Tatum.
Isn't it still a pretty close game?
No, it was a close game. We were up and we just like ran out of gas at the end because we were down 2 starters, but I'm not gonna chuck a loss. I'm not gonna get mad over a loss to the Cavs because the Cavs have been playing really good basketball.
Yeah.
But I think just being able to have bench depth, y'all just need at the deadline. Don't trade anybody. Trade away some like G leaguers or whatever. Just get some role players, bro.
And
That's
you
it.
guys are 1-1 with the Cavs, aren't you? You
Yeah,
guys broke.
We
their
beat their
winning
undefeated streak.
Yeah, and then now you lost to them.
Yeah.
This last week?
Yeah, we lost them by like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad over a loss to the Cavs. We still been playing really good basketball. I don't think anybody gives a shit about the NBA Cup. Like whatever.
Players are low key. I feel
Players
like
don't
it makes
even
it more competitive a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think so because the incentive doesn't matter to the big players, to the starters, but it's to the bench players because you get like 500K or 100K to every player, 500K bonus, whatever it is. It like makes like the younger guys be like, come on guys, like get them. So maybe at that point it's like, all right, let's get them younger kids. You know,
Yeah, they feed off of it. Yeah. No,
At the same time, I feel like even if I was a star, money's money, bro. 500K
for real.
Like, if you're rich, bro. 500K,
Yeah, but I mean, like,
new car, some
what
shit
is
like
it?
that.
Like, are two of the paid top NBA players? Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Steph, LeBron, AD. Like those guys, 500K, like low key is chump change.
Yeah,
but I really think during the I think that's what they're doing with the All-Star this year. How I said like it should be just like runs, bro. Like just like a tournament, like an AAU tournament kind of, bro.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I think that would be dope. And like I don't know, man. NBA's it's normally between November and like February. It's not that entertaining to watch, but it's been kind of entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might keep it a bean.
No, this year it has. Yeah, it definitely has.
Yeah. So we've talked about the Celtics a little bit. We talked about the Suns. Andy, you want to talk about the Heat and where it's going wrong for the Heat?
I don't know, man. I normally, if I'm be really honest, I don't like you've talked about November to February. I'm not really paying attention to the Heat.
We're all focused on NFL and like
it's
Tuesday,
just
Wednesday when
after
there's
that,
no
I
NFL, we're kind of like, all right, let's.
Plus, we're kind of known for like
starting slow.
we start in slow and then we'll somehow sneak into the playoffs.
Snag like a 6 seed. And
But I saw we have trade interest in Kyle Kuzma. We're trying to trade away Terry Rozier. We traded for him. I thought he was going to be a big asset for us, but
he was though when Jimmy was out. He was pretty. And then he got hurt.
Well.
yeah, seeing just the progression throughout though, he's on the bench now, man. Tyler Hero is doing amazing. Jimmy Butler's coming back doing amazing, but Terry Rozier, he should be more than what
he's playing like.
Yeah,
he's got to go.
exactly.
I feel like if you trade him for some good bench players, he'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of time to see how much he has really left in the tank. So
Yeah,
So pretty much for you guys, we're just gonna have to wait a couple months until.
it's
what's
every
gonna
time, bro. Every time we somehow either sneak in or do something crazy.
sneak in and then or the play in, bro. Like
Yeah,
like
I've
that.
been playing Warriors the past like 2 years.
Ev's yeah, for real. Ev, he's not here, but we got to shit on the Sixers a little bit. What happened, bro? Like I knew it was gonna happen. Ev's like, you should be scared of the Sixers. I'm like, I haven't been scared of the Sixers my whole fucking life, bro, and for good reason. Paul George ain't healthy. Embiid is a flopping fraud little bitch, bro. I don't like Embiid.
I wish he was right here right now. I just don't want to see you guys.
Nah, bro.
You guys argued about it on the last.
Dude, we argued about it.
It was great.
And yeah, bro, like insert the clip, man. Of
If you can.
maybe we'll insert the clip if I can.
What's his name? Did Paul George hurt his knee again before last podcast, or was it during?
It was
before.
during that same pod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he hurt it again? No, he hurt his leg earlier, and then he made his he had 3 games, and then
Came back,
the
he
same
hurt it
thing
again. Yeah.
So he came back between the 2 times that we filmed between last Thursday.
No, he got hurt in the preseason, and then he got hurt again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was asking when did he get hurt again? Was it before last podcast?
Yeah, it was.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking is, dude,
They're done, man. I don't see them making a run back. I mean, Embiid, his knees are cooked.
because at least the Bucks kind of made a run. They're back over 500. They started
Yeah.
just as bad as the
Yeah.
Sixers, but Giannis, any day of the week, rain,
Pop off.
rain, sleet, whatever I'm not gonna try. That shit popped in my head. No.
Yeah, Evander's.
Yeah, that's stupid. I saying, but any day of the week, bro, it can be on a random ass day. Giannis is gonna be better than Embiid every day. 10 times out of 10, give me Giannis over.
I
Embiid.
agree with that. I don't
And-
know if Ev would, but I agree with it.
I know, bro. I don't know what his fixation with Embiid is, but sorry, Ev, man. You're it's bad, man. Because me and him have gotten into it several times in the car on the last pod that we weren't able to get up. I just don't like him. I haven't liked him. Ev's like, well, you're a hater, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, what the fuck? What has he done? Fraudulent ass MVP that should have gone to Jokic.
I'll bring it up next podcast so you guys can see what he's talking
For real, man. It's hella annoying, dog. And I think that they need to blow it up.
What's
Bill-
Ed saying now? Like now.
I talked to him about it, and he's all, I don't even want to talk about it. He's a Warriors fan now until Steph retires. So I really think that's whatever. He's repping Philly. I don't care. He's not bandwagoning
about.
a
Yeah,
good team.
He's a Steph fan and a Warriors fan.
Yeah, for real.
God
One
forbid.
last thing I want to talk with. Oh yeah, I think they should blow it up, build around Maxey and McCain, because we were giving McCain some love on the last one.
Yeah.
He's been playing so good. I think he's a rookie there. Him and Connect. have been playing really good.
Yep.
So, do you think that they should blow it up and trade away?
I think they really need to. I mean, we've seen what happened with Embiid this season. I don't even know if he can stay on the court most of the time, man.
Dude, for real.
Every few months, something happens. When he's on the court, it's hard to watch him, man. He's always bitching about shit.
He's always flopping.
I feel like
weird.
Teams would give up a lot for him too.
I feel like if you're the Sixers, you could probably get at least 2 first-round picks and 2 players.
And some players, yeah. I feel like Jared McCain's been doing really, really good, and I feel like he's the future. I feel like he can be a superstar in the NBA, and I mean, low-key, he's a star already. And if you build around him, get the good players.
Yeah, Ev got mad when I said this. I'm like, he's what Caleb Williams thinks he is, bro.
Just give him beats.
He's so
that's
good.
That's just another player that, I mean, I don't want to jump back into NFL, but that's just another player Evander meat rides.
For real, it's a little crazy, man.
Insane it is. And Caleb Williams, I don't know what it is.
I don't know. But we're gonna let Ev come. When Ev comes back next week, we'll let him
we'll get back into
discuss his fixation with fucking Caleb Williams, bro.
Are we jumping back into the NFL or what?
No, it was a comparison that I wanted to make.
I was gonna say, let's talk about the Bears.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but there's a few
Yeah.
questions, so maybe we can jump back.
We'll do questions at the end.
Yeah, we'll
let's do a little transition over into is UFC 310 this week? Is it this week or next week?
It's
Next.
this weekend. It's
This weekend?
on Saturday.
Yeah. Let's just glaze over the main card. I know I'm
Insane
a fan. Andy is an avid watcher. Rail, I've been kind of getting him into it, kind of watching a little bit.
Mhm.
It's just they run so late that when you finally get to like the main event, like last
11. Baby.
last time, oh dude, come on, John Jones, baby.
That was a good fight.
Being here in New Mexico, everybody
Straight
loves
dog.
John.
We have former champ Aljamain Sterling in the prelims.
in the prelims.
Yeah. Yep.
What y'all remember about his fraudulent fucking belt that he got?
I mean,
He looks like
didn't even want the belt. I'm not gonna lie.
no, he didn't, bro. And I it's just unfortunate, bro, with that illegal head.
Yeah. Peter Yan's a dog though, but
He is. Isn't he fighting next? He's on the.
he's
fighting.
He's in a card
recently.
soon. Yeah.
he is. I'm seeing it. Who's he fighting?
Wait.
Sterling. Who's he fighting?
Oh, Mavzar Evloev or whatever. They've been. I don't know his name. He's a weird ass Russian dude.
Bro, those
Mavzar,
fucking
but
Russians,
They've
man.
been scheduling that fight for a while. Last time, I think something happened to Aljamain, so he pulled out.
Yeah.
Now they're finally rescheduling, but
This is him to prove it, bro. Like,
God, Aljamain Sterling, he's a boring fighter to watch. I can't lie.
a
Unless
little bit.
you really love jiu-jitsu, then sure. But his fights are not really action-packed. Main card is crazy. Pantoja versus Asakura.
Is that the main card, right?
That's the main event.
The main event.
Yeah, Asakura.
Yeah. Start from 5. Let's start from 5 and work our way up.
5. We have some random dudes. Doohoo Choi, Nate Landwehr. Choi is up and coming. He throws. I'll tell you that. He'll put his head down. He'll throw.
Nice.
Next fight, we have Bryce Mitchell versus Kron Gracie. All I know is last time Bryce Mitchell fought, he got his head taken off by Josh Emmett.
Oh shit!
literally-
I remember that.
He
Bro.
was spazzing on the ground, which was crazy. Next fight, we have Cyril Gahn versus Alexander Volkov. Should be a
Gahn
really
is
good fight.
man. I
Gahn
know
is
he got
good.
pieced up by John Jones, but
He
Gahn-
recently said that night he just didn't feel like himself,
no.
which made sense because he's
got-
way better than he looked that night.
That was way better.
Co-main, insane co-main. Shavkat Rakhmonov, Ian Gary. Shavkat was supposed to fight for the title against Bilal Muhammad.
Oh,
I
talk about a boring fighter, bro.
Yeah.
Bilal Muhammad, holy
he'll
shit.
pressure you, but he's not that good of a fight. I don't know if I'd say not that good, but
He's a champ, but
he'll take you down and just lay on you for all 25 minutes.
And
of the time.
the UFC credits takedowns and like ground control time so much.
Dana White doesn't even like him, I don't think.
Bro,
So.
no, but he makes like he's got the champ, he's whatever. But I know we're not, gonna dive deep into it. But we have a couple people that like the UFC. So, and then the main card is Pantoja, baby,
Yeah, and
against
Asakura came, I think, from
Japan
Japan,
or Korea, somewhere.
something like that.
But he's
Jumped straight to the title fight just because
dog,
Pantoja's ran through basically everybody in that flyweight division.
bro. The flyweight it's really thin.
Yeah, it is pretty thin.
So we'll see it, man. We'll see if we can get a little upset alert action. But did you see the last UFC? It was like in fucking like, it was on the other side of the world because it happened at like 3 a.m.
Oh,
The doctor chick that head kick.
Oh, yeah. She was losing the whole fight.
The whole fight, and then at the end, she head kicked her hard as fuck. Bro, they had to
girl got
stretcher her
sent
off.
to the fucking hospital. Yeah, the first time ever somebody's been stretchered out the rings.
Yeah, that was nasty. And then she's a doctor too, bro.
Her parents don't even know that she's a fighter, which is
Real,
crazy.
Imagine as a fighter, you get kicked in the head by the fighter, and you see her in the fucking hospital, bro. Like, you're like, whoa, what are you doing here? You're like, oh, I'm here to take care of you. But you just knocked me the fuck out, bro. That was pretty cool, man. So
Also, Peter Yan fought against Davison Figueiredo.
I know he had
Dominated that fight.
So, a little bit of action-packed card. You know, we had cinema last time, so let's see if it matches the hype. But a little bit of UFC talk, never hurts anybody, especially during just the pay-per-view weeks. We're not going to be deep diving into UFC fight night.
Those fight nights are mostly dog shit. Yeah, I lie.
So, one last little transition until we answer some of the questions that we got. College football, man. It was rivalry week. Oh, man. Yeah, Andy, I know we had him bring up the scores.
There was a few upsets.
It was fucking crazy, man. Let's start with the main one. Michigan takes down Lowbro. In a down year with like 25 transfers or sent to the draft, 6-5, they go on the road and they beat Ohio State.
That was.
I kind of knew something. I knew it was gonna
happen,
close.
bro.
But at the same time, like a week ago, I was like, low key, it's a little too hype because I thought Ohio State was gonna blow them out, and then the vibes started coming. Game week started rolling around. I was like, huh. Next thing you know, it's 10-10 the whole game. Come down.
Get that field goal at the end.
Yeah, those QB picks were horrible throughout the game. I cannot lie to you. But Ohio State, their offense just could not move the ball a lot of the time. When they threw, sometimes it worked, but they just look not the best out there. And I think after this, I don't know how they're going to do in the college football playoffs, man.
Dude, I know. Like, you got a quality win against Penn State, who's no choker, who's now playing in the Big Ten title game. Mm-hmm. Pull up the title games, and we can do some predictions because it's this week. Yeah. So
what's going on with Colorado too?
So they ended up blowing the shit out of Oklahoma State.
Yeah, you know what pissed me off?
Kansas too, so.
Fucking, they played their starters when they were up like 50-0 or something.
They were up big. And they still had Shador and Travis, and the stat padding is kind of annoying, bro.
I think Travis got the Heisman after that. Well, no shit, but at the same time, I still don't think he has the Heisman.
Still genuinely think it's Genty. Easily. And I think we're definitely going to see it this weekend. If Genty can run over UNLV, because he didn't have that many yards. He only had 140, bro. Like, when you're only rushing for 140 yards, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think he's gonna run over UNLV.
For real.
I think so.
And there was people in these TikTok comments that were arguing, and they're like, well, he plays in the Mountain West, and then I'm like, well, he put up 200 yards against Oregon, and they're like, but he only put up 171 against Wyoming. Only 171, bro.
They want like 300 yards out of him just because he plays in the Mountain West, like,
bro, for real.
All right, I'm gonna say something. So, as a Heisman, you should be like the best player in your team. You should make the biggest impact, biggest difference on your team. When he's not in the game, Boise State looks like shit. I cannot lie to you. When Travis isn't in the game, I still feel like they could
do something. And Genty is by far the top two rushers in college football is Ashton Genty, and then Ashton Genty after contact, bro. Yeah. Like, one, that's already crazy on its own. Two, he has like 40 touchdowns? No. Not
30,
20 something.
20 something.
He's in the 30s, no?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
So.
I'm maybe stretching it with 40.
But maybe 30s.
Like, I think he's like high 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
And he could hit 40, man, if they make a run in the playoff, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, you do that. You're on the verge of breaking Barry Sanders' record.
Also, you're first in the nation in basically every
stat. And
category.
One other thing. He not only is number one in every stat, he is also the same or better pace because they're saying, well, you have more games to play. But you break down, you see Derrick Henry through 11 games. You see it was Reggie Bush and Adrian Peterson through 11 games. He's blowing them out.
Also sat out
three
second halves.
3 second halves where he had already had
150 something like
that. So
if
he wanted to be like Travis Hunter, he could damn well be well over it, bro.
Yeah.
But no, he knows, like, he's like, all right, I got the ball 25 times. I did my 170. We're up 35-0.
At the same time, is his decision or did
it's
his
not?
coach
It's probably
say
the
that?
coach,
Yeah.
and it's just like, you know.
You can see Dion wants his players in, but like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like, how good is garbage time touchdowns? Like, you're beating up on Oklahoma State 40-0, and you get 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns is good. You got to pick. But how many of those are garbage time? And then we're not going to be like, well, then we can break down Justin Genty's garbage time. No, because when it became garbage time, he wasn't in the game. So a lot of his yards are pure rushing yard, like pure, it matters rushing.
And then people say like, oh, he gets this many carries a game. Well, he's still averaging like 7 to 8 yards.
He's averaging like 7.4. So
that's still insane. Like regardless of how many carries you get, if you're having 7 point something carries or yards a carry. 2 carries, first down.
For real. And people are like, well, he gets 30 carries. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but you got to look at the average, man.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a Bronco. Literally, he's a Bronco, dog.
Was Barry Sanders, was his record, did it include postseason too, or was it just regular season?
Well, their postseason was just 1 bowl game.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
That dude was yeah, so there people are going to be like, well, you played more games. And I'm like, dude, look at the carries. Look at the yards per game. People who just say more games don't watch, don't know.
They don't go further into the stats.
They don't go further, and they don't even like box score watch either, because there's people that box score watch. There's like Genty is running over and over. He's changing game plans.
His stiff arm is one of the best. I don't know what the hell it is with it.
It's an
just
arm
works.
bar.
It just works.
It's literally just a fucking metal arm.
Yep.
Actually, a metal arm. He has a fucking brace on it.
And one last thing, they change game plans. They stack 8 in the box, 7 in the box every play. So it opens up their passing game. Without Genty, if Genty is not on the field, they're kind of dog shit, as Andy was saying. But if you have Genty in the backfield and you got to creep up 2 extra guys, you have man coverage. You can get a slip screen. You can do a lot of things when they stack the box. Like, are we really planning like for Travis Hunter? You're just like, just don't throw to the wide receiver 1, run the ball, and then on offense, it's like just double him up.
Yeah.
Because the Colorado receivers have kind of emerged a little bit as of late, because now they're starting to game plan more. But I think a lot more goes in. And then when you game plan for Genty, and he still runs for 170, and they still win, 35-14, that's where I think you win the Heisman, man, in my opinion. So I think
he's going to win it.
I really think he should. And
if he doesn't...
At the same time, I'm not going to say at the same time, he also has another game to prove himself to the voters who whatever.
Yeah, I think
because his game's on December 5th. I think voters don't get.
Yeah, he plays in the championship game, and they vote. They used to vote before the. They used to do the ceremony before the semi game, the semi playoff.
The championship game.
No, before the semifinals. So before, like, you see, they play it on December 31st. They vote like before it, and they do the ceremony like a couple of days before it. So you have the first round, the second round, and then the third round is the Final Four, which is kind of unfortunate a little bit to see that they're going to get a bye. And I think if he has an extra game to do it. But, you can't. They've earned it. In my opinion, they've earned it. So I think, what do you guys think about Ashton Genty or Travis Hunter? I really think a lot of our people agree that it's Genty. But we'll drop a poll down when we get everything posted and whatnot. But I think all 3 of us here at the table, and Ev too, thinks Genty's a Heisman. Yeah. So moving on into that, Andy, do you have the conference? Just do the Big Four, the Mountain West, because I don't think we really need to go into like the lower group of 5.
Yeah. Let's talk about.
Let's start with the Mountain West and then work our way up to the top.
I don't even know which one the Mountain West is.
It's the one with Boise State.
Oh, UNLV, Boise State.
Yeah, so this game's a rematch. I watched it. I think it was like on a Thursday or Friday night. UNLV, again, they were stacking the box. They were trying to stop them, and I think I bet on Boise State, and they covered. They eventually, if Genty gets the ball 30 times a game, that means you got to hit Genty 30 times.
You said he had like what, 170 or?
I think 140.
Did he have a tutty?
Yeah, he did have a tutty.
2, didn't he?
No, he had 1 because Josh bet him for 2 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, and he didn't get it.
Yeah, so I think you get gas, and then at the end they were able to open it up, and they were able to pull away at the end. It'll be still at Las Vegas, still in Allegiant, because UNLV plays at Allegiant, but the championship game I think will be at Allegiant Stadium. So I have Boise State. I really think they roll them.
I think they do too as well, man.
I think Genty's gonna be like, all right, y'all think I'm out the Heisman? He's gonna come out firing.
He's gonna do everything in his power.
So I think we all Boise State in that one, right?
Yeah.
Great. And transitioning now over into what's the next one?
Let's go AAC, Tulane versus Army.
That's actually the second best one, like as far as group of 5.
I think Army's gonna take it.
Army's unranked, but Army is
they've only lost to Notre Dame. That was the only other loss.
Tulane's 9-3, and they're somehow 17th.
Dude, they got upset by Memphis. Otherwise, they'd be in contention for like group of 5 play, like to get that last seed. Or
I think Army squeezes this one.
Give me Army.
I
don't say by a lot. I think it's gonna be like a.
No, dude, they run that freaking double tight.
Yeah.
Did you ever play any in high school?
Moriarty, yeah.
Moriarty did that. Like
that
Clovis did that shit. That shit bugged me, bro.
It's like you'd see a guard pull, but maybe the play's still going to the other side.
and you're
Like
you played linebacker, man. Like it was.
Yeah, it was a lot to take in at the moment.
I know. So they
think
play that smash mouth football, bro. That old school smash mouth, and Tulane's coming a little wobbly off a loss. So
Tulane's they're ranked 17, but they're no Notre Dame, bro. Notre Dame is top in the nation. I think Army wins this one.
I think I got Army too. So let's go into the
Big 12.
Big 12. Yeah, Big 12 that's a big one.
Iowa State, Arizona State.
There were so many scenarios of that. Arizona State's been on fire. Iowa State fell off. They literally dropped 2 games in a row. They went unranked, and then they stormed back. So I think if they win this, that'll put them at the 12 seed. That'll put them as the 5th highest ranked.
So you're taking Arizona?
I'm taking Arizona State, bro. I've been watching them. Their running back is like a...
Oh, my God.
Scatterboo.
Oh, my
Dude.
God. He needs to... I don't know. He needs to pull his pants down a little bit, but he's a dog, man.
He is a
breaks
dog, bro.
tackles
He's a big dude, man, and he's gonna run it down. He's gonna.
I guess I'll take him too. I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to it.
Bro, you gotta watch it this weekend. At least this weekend, because it's conference championships. You gotta watch it.
I'm gonna be watching all the games, as many as I can this weekend.
So that I have Arizona State over Iowa State. What is next? I think let's do Big
10 or
Big
ACC?
ACC.
Clemson, SMU. I think SMU takes it. Clemson's coming off a loss, right?
Clemson's coming off a loss, and the only reason I really think Miami should be out, and I think next week when we see the bracket, we'll put it up on the screen for everybody, and then we will lost my train. We'll put it up on the bracket, and then we'll see who should have been in, who should have been out. So I think SMU wins it just because they've been rolling, bro. Their only loss was to BYU, and that was a fully healthy BYU team. And Clemson, they just lost a rivalry game. They got smacked by Georgia in week 1. They came back. Then they lost to Louisville, and then they kind of were bringing it back. They played a fucking FCS school, and then you fall apart in rivalry week. You're literally stumbling in because the only way they made it was because Miami lost.
Yeah.
So you're stumbling into the championship game, and SMU's been on fire. First year in the ACC too. So I have SMU.
I think I do too.
I guess I'll take SMU too. I was gonna say Clemson, but I don't know. I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention.
Yeah, they're not the Clemson
was
of last year.
What was the team they lost to? Was it
Yeah.
South Carolina, or am I tripping?
Who?
Clemson.
Yeah, South Carolina.
Yeah. Okay.
Go Cox.
Let's go. Big 10 championship. Oregon versus Penn State.
Bro, these are two polar opposite teams. Penn State, they play physical, man. Oregon, they're splash, bro. They're the Pac-12. They're still the Pac-12 a little bit.
This is pretty fucking good.
Give me Oregon. I'll take.
I think people were saying this
Hasn't
year.
Oregon not played in a while? I haven't seen anything.
No, they played against Washington.
They fucking.
Oh, yeah, they fucking Auburn. That's why you probably didn't hear it. I'm just gonna say, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Oregon, like the Pac-12 was all offense, no defense. How's Oregon's defense gonna adapt to the Big Ten?" They have adapted. Right? You beat Ohio State. That's a huge win. Then you coast. I think nobody's stopping the Ducks, man. Shout out Josh.
I forgot Heisman.
Penn State
is gonna come out harder than we thought they would or think they do.
And the only reason they're in is because Ohio State lost. And they lost to Ohio State. And I'm just like Penn State, they're notorious chokers, man. Like, they literally, the 2 biggest games of their year is Michigan, Ohio State. And I think under James Franklin, their head coach, they've only won, against those 2 combined, he's 2-10 or some shit.
Damn,
And I think both of those years that they won, they had Saquon on their team. That was when Saquon was there. So, I have Oregon. Go Ducks.
Oregon. Yeah.
I just think that Penn State's gonna choke, man.
Before we talk about the SEC championship, let's talk about Georgia versus Georgia Tech.
Dude,
Was it
8
7-0?
overtimes,
8
man.
That was crazy.
Was it
Oh,
Haynes King? Oh my God, he is a dog, bro. They gave it. I feel like every play I watched, almost every play, it was a Haynes King's run.
yeah.
And every time, positive yardage, first down. He was like tired that game. He was tired, hurt.
Yeah, but he
kept getting up.
He was running though.
He's a dog, man. I watched him against Florida State the first game of this season, and he went off against them. Really wanted Georgia Tech to get that upset.
Dude, they kind of sold it at the end, but I mean,
Haynes King did fumble it so that Georgia came back into it, that last score. But what a game, man.
Dude, 8 overtimes. That's not how much more can you ask for, man? How much more can you ask for, dude? I thought it was great, in my opinion.
All right, well, Georgia versus Texas SEC championship.
Part 2.
I think Georgia.
Didn't Georgia?
They beat them.
Yeah, last time.
It was in Texas.
They didn't beat them by a whole lot, did they?
They almost.
It was
big
it was
in the first
15
half.
points.
It was they won by
They're up
15.
21-0 or
it
something.
was only like
first
7.
half, I think.
15.
And then
They're up
they came
15-0. I
back.
think.
Oh shit.
They're up something like that, and then it ended up being 30-15. You know, on a neutral field. And what sucks, what like pisses me off is that Georgia plays in Athens, which is 20 minutes away from Atlanta. The SEC championship game is played in Atlanta, so it's basically a fucking home game.
Yeah, it's not really a big difference for them.
So I think, dude, but after 8 overtimes, man, like, do you come out firing or do you come out the same? Like, do you, like, how much does that take on
At
you?
the same time, though,
They're not
I didn't watch the game with Texas A&M versus Texas, but they only beat them by 10.
Texas was dominating the whole
They
game.
were?
Yeah, they were up from the jump. Their defense really was just not letting A&M.
But they're not going to take them lightly, so I don't see why they wouldn't try and come out firing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying is, like, are they gonna, like, come out flat? They were down 17-0 to Georgia Tech. Like, you're not gonna, like, in the SEC championship game, you get down 17-0, you're not coming back. Is it also a second home? Is it also basically a home game for them? Yes. Do I think that Texas pulls it up? Give me the Longhorns.
I say,
Longhorns.
give me the long.
I don't like making this very often, but I really don't like Texas, bro. But I think they get it done.
Texas needs their get back.
I think they do get the get back. I also do think that they will come out. They came out with great intensity. Clearly, bro. Going into Texas and going into Kyle Field, dude. When you have 5,000 people, drunk college kids, rowdy at night, bro. The fact that you can not only start a game well and just dominate the game, take the crowd out of it. So that's what they need to do. They need to start fast. I have Texas winning a close one.
I can see this going
Give me
both ways.
Georgia.
Like I said, go Texas. I think Texas wins, but I feel like it might be a little closer and like we'll be on the edge of our seats the whole game.
All right. You got Texas though?
Yep.
All right, hook 'em, baby. You have Georgia though, Daniel?
Give me Georgia.
All right, man. Well, we'll definitely be tuning into that this weekend. Is it this weekend or next week? Is it this weekend? Yeah, it's this weekend. They do it a week, and then they do the 2 weeks, and then I think that's how they do it this year with the 12-team playoff. So we've gone through the NFL. We did a little bit of NBA. We did a little bit of UFC. We finished it off some college ball. Let's go into some of the questions that are still relevant this week.
Yeah, let me pull them up.
With Brother Dan pulling him up. We also want to take a moment to shout out Mr. Dang. Thank you so much for sticking with us for part 2, but now it's still part 1.
Sorry, that first one wasn't able to come out.
Yeah.
Dude, meaning
y'all missed the roast of Daniel.
Bro, he was getting flamed.
Oh yeah, because of Dak Prescott, standing up for Dak Prescott. What's normal?
You know,
What can you expect? I'm always gonna stand up. I'll always stand up for him, no matter how flamed I get.
I'm gonna stand up for my boy
It is what it
JT,
is.
man.
Yeah. See, you know how it is.
Yeah,
But-
but JT's got a ring. We're not gonna get into it again. We're not getting into it again. You see how it takes one little thing and we'll just fucking start going. So we'll let Ev have some fun when he gets back. So
I think we talked about majority of these.
Saquon for MVP.
Oh yeah, that one. So Saquon for MVP, and is Jaden Daniels still a rookie of the year?
Somebody pull up the Broncos game right now because we're recording on Monday.
I think Broncos are
Up.
fucking up the.
The Broncos are winning 31-25 with 35
Oh,
seconds
shit,
left in the
okay.
third quarter. So it's a close game.
Close game.
It is.
So Saquon MVP right now.
I think
yes
so.
or no.
You watched the Ravens game, right? Like
The
fully.
entire
Yeah, I
game.
did.
How did Lamar look the whole game? I watched the highlights this morning, but obviously
He
that's
looked
the
like
highlights.
he looked like shit in the second half.
He did.
They were kind of rolling in that first half,
Yeah.
and then once they made those adjustments, Vic Fangio, he's a defensive mastermind, bro. And I think once they made adjustments, he looked a little flustered.
I don't think he was expecting.
Philly got out to a lead. I don't think they forced any turnovers. It was just punts, man, and missed kicks.
There's a lot of 3 and outs.
Missed kicks too. So we talked about missed kicks. But, you build off turnovers. I would think a missed kick counts as a turnover. You get points off of that. So, Saquon, again, he broke 100 yards. I told Evander I didn't think either of the two were going to go over 100 yards because both of their defense are good. The Ravens have the number one rushing defense.
Did Henry go over 100?
He did not. I think he had
I was going to say, because he didn't give me that many fantasy points. He only gave me like 50, 20.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But anyway.
I think Saquon is the MVP.
I think so, too.
And especially he's on pace to break the record. I really don't think he's going to break the record, only because I think there's a scenario where they rest him in week 18.
Yeah, that might, yeah.
But
I'm going to throw some in here. Josh Allen. I just looked up the stats. Josh Allen has 20 touchdowns, either 2 or 3 picks.
Bro, he was a turnover machine last year.
That's
what
last
they were
year.
getting. Yeah,
That's
that's what
last
they
year.
were getting. That's what he was
Lamar
getting
Jackson
flamed
has
for.
29 touchdowns, though.
Did you see that play in the snow game last night where the
Insane.
running back hit that?
That's 2 touchdowns.
On what?
You were playing your dad.
Oh.
I looked at the stats. It technically counts as a receiving touchdown for Josh.
On that one that he ran in when the receiver pitched it back.
Yeah,
and he
on
ran
Amari
it in?
Cooper.
Yeah,
He technically gets a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown.
Oh, shit.
So if you look at the stats on when you're playing your dad,
I haven't looked.
it'll say receiving touchdown. That's the receiving touchdown. Because I was so confused. I'm like, what the fuck?
That was a good play, though.
I don't know if it was planned or not, but I'm
It was
saying
not
is that he
planned.
was getting flamed for his turnovers last year, and he's like, all right,
It up.
I'll clean it up. He did. I think it's him, Lamar, and Saquon. And I think it's Saquon, Josh Allen, and then a sizable gap, and then Lamar, and then pretty
I
much.
really don't want Saquon to win that shit, bro.
Why?
I like him as a player like so much. He's such a good team player, but oh my god, fuck the Eagles.
I know. I was just about
Fuck
to say
the
let me
Giants
put-
for not giving him $1 million more, bro. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna put my hate aside from the Eagles. Like Saquon's just
At the end of the day, though,
insane running back.
he's so good.
Is he
He's
powerful?
he's powerful. That's what it said in the first episode.
Oh my.
But no, I hate to see it. I agree. I mean, I couldn't imagine what Andy feels being a Giants fan, but as a Cowboys fan, I hate him, bro. I hate seeing him how good he is on the Eagles. I
He's
wish
just
he
so
would find
happy,
somewhere else.
man.
It's not even
He's
that.
just so happy. He's always
It's not
hyping
even-
up his teammates. He never says I. He always says we.
Yeah, and it's not
Dude.
that we hate seeing him happy. It's we hate.
That he's on the
how
Eagles.
good he
Yeah,
is.
just that he's on the Eagles.
Yeah,
Eagles,
if he was
yeah.
on any other team in the NFC in the AFC,
Yeah, I might be a fan of him. At that
Yeah.
point, but
I'm still a fan of him. It just
I'm not.
we need to fire our GM. That's all I gotta say.
For real. I think he's the MVP, especially if he breaks it. If he breaks it, he should be guaranteed. If he breaks it, he should be guaranteed. I think at that point, man, it's him and then Henry for OPOI. I don't know if we have a year where we don't.
No, I think
it'll be Josh Allen.
I think Saquon locked up Offensive Player of the Year.
Can he get both?
I'm sure you.
MVP and yeah. I think
Brady
I might be wrong,
did it.
but
I know Brady did it.
I think Mahomes did it.
Did he?
I might be tripping. but
Okay, but
there's a chance.
so Saquon, in my opinion, and I think everybody can agree here, right? As of right now, he's the MVP.
I think so.
And I think, dude, in a run, scarcely like in a pass-heavy league now, nobody thought that record was gonna get touched. But Saquon's just like, all right.
he's going for it.
Imagine how many more touchdowns he would have if there.
That's what I was telling
was no
Evander, bro.
touchdowns.
If he was stopped at the 1 yard line 9 times, 8 of those next plays were tush push
He
touchdowns.
has 11 touchdowns. Right, he could have 19. Right,
could have
oh my
19.
gosh.
Like if we're thinking 2K yards and 20 touchdowns by the time the end of the year rolls around, it'd be like almost
Insane.
30. Because I think LT's record for most by a non quarterback is 28.
Jesus.
But Jalen Hurts just has to take it away. But I don't think Evander cares at this point. So they're winning games. Are they the best team in the NFC?
No.
No.
Fuck no.
No.
No. I'll stand on that, bro.
Wow.
I know Evander would meet him and be fucking going at it right now. No. Give me the Lions, bro.
Jeez.
I know Evander says there's questionable things about them, but at the end of the day, if it comes down to the playoffs, in the situation, give me the Lions.
Even
I don't say it.
even in rain, sleet, or snow.
Yes. I don't think they're gonna, I don't think they're gonna beat the shit out of them. Like, it's not gonna be no fucking.
I don't know, man. I just think the Lions play a lot of close games, but they also
So
smoke
do
a
the
lot
Eagles.
of teams.
They
but the
start
Eagles have
off
been
slow.
Dude, for real.
They
Even
play down
we were
to
watching the
teams.
game, and I was talking with Evander. Was like a little stressed, and his dad too, because we were watching it with his family.
Good as it
And
should be.
I'm like, bro, you're our second half team. Y'all are gonna come back, and it happened. They're
It's
a
every time.
proven second half team.
Eagles.
Yeah, if
I
you're
think-
gonna beat them, you gotta
They play down to their teams
How
in
many?
a lot of
how many
the first
field goals did
quarters
Justin
of the
Tucker
games.
miss?
two. I think he missed 2 field goals and an extra point.
That's. I feel like if he didn't miss those, the Ravens would have taken it. It
Yeah,
was
but that's
closer
just
than-
at that point. That's that, and then they capitalized on the
It
on
would have
those.
just been a whole different
Exactly.
situation with the different score had that happened. Like, had he made those field goals?
I think
For
with
real.
that, I gotta say Lions are the better team, man.
I
so.
I think Philly is just because they're consistently beating teams by 10 points, 10 plus points. I think
And
every
it's all just because one fucking Saquon Barkley carry, he goes for 40, goes for something crazy, and then put him up.
there's that one drive where I'm like, this is probably where he's gonna bust one for 75 yards. He didn't, but he had like a 30-yard run, a 20-yard run, and then he had like a 19-yard run. So I'm like,
Insane.
he had 75 yards on the drive. But is Bo Nix rookie of the year?
He might be.
I think he is,
It
man.
was Jaden Daniels at one point. Shout out Noah.
Let's take
I
a look
know.
at Bo Nix.
Oh yeah,
tonight.
can we give
Yeah,
a shout out real quick to Emmanuel? He's gonna be he's our
Yeah, show
like
Noah
our
this-
social media liaison. I think he's gonna be helping us out behind the scenes. So
Yeah, keep
just
it-
wanted to give a quick shout out and thank you to him. And we stayed at their house in Dallas.
great people.
Great, of course. We love the Ovulas, but Noah, man, what's happened to your
Yeah.
boy Jaden Daniels
Yeah, show him this.
Jaden
clip,
Daniels,
Daniel.
3
What's going on?
touchdowns, 1 incompletion in the first half.
against the
Oh.
Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, against the Titans.
Bo Nix right now against the Browns, 14 for 29, 250, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They're up,
But
but
it's a little bit more of a.
I think it's flipping back to Jaden Daniels.
I think
after
it's just
that.
neck and neck now. I think Jaden started out so hot and then he cooled off.
down.
And
It's just
then-
gonna go game
What-
for game.
And then just right when he cooled off, Bo Nix was getting hot. He had what, 28? No. How many touchdowns did he have in the month of
I
October?
think it was 28. Something crazy like that. Oh wait, 16.
16.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen,
yeah
28 is
That's a lot.
fucking
That's crazy.
nuts.
What's that? That's like
That'd be 7
touchdowns.
a week. That's
No,
not.
no, no, that's
Our apologies. Our apologies. We're a little cooked right now. So, yeah, man.
right now, I think it's hard.
It's
to
neck and
say,
neck.
but it's
In
gonna
my
go back
opinion,
and
it's neck and neck.
forth. Yeah.
And the Browns are a really good defense, and the Titans are not a really good defense. So maybe this week we're like, all right. But yeah, Noah was doing some top tier. I'm not gonna say glazing because he's 8, so he's just watching football
He's
players.
just a fan of football. And like,
But he was liking dude. You were watching the Steelers Commanders game, and he's like, who are you rooting for? Because he's all like Jaden Daniels, and I'm like, bro, like. It brought me back to when I was a kid and I was watching like fucking Megatron, like LaShawn McCoy.
rooting
and,
for him,
like
like Steelers.
prime Julio Jones, man. We're gonna have just an episode where we reminisce about players from back in our day because I think we've hit unk status now. I haven't. I'm still 19. Y'all old fuckers can go back to the retirement home, bro. I'm just fucking with y'all. But I don't know, man. I have Bo Nix. At the rate he's going, I think he could do it. They still got to play the Chiefs another time. They still have to play the Chargers another time. I think he'll get it done, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I think.
I want Bo Nix to
I
get
do
it done
too.
because I don't want a fucking NFC East player to do
we
good.
we
You know what I
want
mean?
Nothing to have to do with
Yeah,
the
exactly.
NFC East. We don't. And going back to the Eagles and Lions, the Lions are my only hope right now, bro, to stop the Eagles from winning the Super Bowl.
It's the Super
Getting
Bowl.
to the Super Bowl.
Oh, is
Getting
that-
to the Super Bowl.
Getting to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You have a lot of teams in the AFC. I think teams that can give the Eagles competition is, I think, the other PA team. I think we can. I think the Bills can. I think the Chiefs can. So,
Are the Chiefs using black magic?
They have-
dude, oh my
there's
God,
something's up with
bro.
that, bro. That's
Like,
a
what the
second-
fuck is?
I will film
every single
myself
game?
on Christmas. I might film myself watching that whole game and have a generational level crash out if we lose like that. If we lose on some bullshit like that, we're at home.
But
We are on Christmas where miracles can happen on a bullshit Wednesday, but they also are they made it to where the teams playing on Christmas have the same schedule. So we'll play the Sunday and then the Texans would play the Chiefs. We would play the Ravens on Saturday, and then we would switch it on Christmas. So it's not like there's no unfair, advantage. Yeah. But it's some bullshit.
What I don't understand about the Raiders is that they know the bullshit that the Chiefs have been on the last few weeks. Why would they not let the clock run down and just kick that field goal?
Dude, no. Carlson missed 3 kicks.
Bro, one of those misses was the worst miss I've ever seen. Like, how are you a professional kicker in the NFL and you whiff a kick that fucking bad?
I didn't watch it. I was at work because they put the game on a Friday at 1 p.m.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a night game. I was like, Black Friday game, okay.
You're like, cool, it's at 6 o'clock.
I was like,
what the fuck? Yeah. That was just bad marketing at that point. The Black Magic has to stop. And it was a false start. It was a false start.
I saw it was a false start.
The referee was starting to go like that.
And then they changed it. They're like, nope.
No, it was a fumble, right? Yeah, because it was the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's good. Had they not recovered it, it probably wouldn't have been.
Yeah, I know. My dad's friend AJ, he's a Raiders fan. He's just. There's no hope for the Raiders, man. It's just very unfortunate.
I've never even been a Chiefs hater, but like this is
ridiculous.
This stuff has to stop.
It's got to stop.
How do you guys feel about the rest of the season is gonna go? Because they have the Chargers, they have the Broncos one more time.
They have us.
They have you guys.
I hope y'all embarrass them,
dude.
I think there's.
I really feel like how are what makes them so special? What really makes them so special?
Just Mahomes. That's it.
I just feel like they get first downs when they need to. Like, they're not a flashy team.
Bro, it's like Brady, bro. And it's like Brady when you know that he would turn it on, you're like, fuck. And you're like, all right, you're like, cool. Edelman, 8 yards. Gronk, 12 yards. Fucking Chris Hogan, 8 yards. And it's just like, it's like literally bam, bam, bam. And then they're like, shit, they're at the 15.
Mm-hmm. They got Isaiah Pacheco back as well.
They do have Pacheco back. They got Xavier. I think that defense is just playing a lot better than the Chiefs in the last couple years.
Or has he already been?
No, he.
Oh no, he tore.
Who are you talking about?
Rasheed Rice.
Oh shit, yeah,
he's out. I forgot he was out.
So I really think the Chiefs. The luck's got to run out eventually, right?
I don't know.
It has to run out eventually.
If they meet the Bills in the playoffs again, I feel like the Bills are taking it 2-0 this
year. Some people were saying, well, no, because the Bills have 2 losses. So if the Chiefs win out and the Bills win out, they would still get the 1 seed, and you still play in KC. Mm-hmm. Was the game against the Chiefs in Buffalo or in KC?
It was in
Buffalo. It was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So I feel like you need another game in Buffalo. And when people were saying that we've won 2 games by only making field goals, that it's Steelers Black Magic, and they're gonna be like the Black Magic. I'm like, that's not Black Magic. That's just good football. That's just good defense.
Yeah.
They're gonna say the Black Magic is going to come to a head on Christmas. And you know what, man? Taylor Swift, you can do all you want, bro, but TJ Watt's coming for Kermit the Frog. Christmas Day, baby.
Stupid.
So I genuinely think that it's going to be a good game. Both teams are going to be tired, out physical. The Chiefs have an easier schedule. They play the fucking Bengals or Browns. And then Bengals they play the. I don't remember if it was the Bengals or the Browns.
It's the Browns because
they play the Browns and then they play the Texans. So everyone playing good, and then us.
Browns, Texans, Chargers.
We have to play in Philly, in Baltimore, and then at home against the Chiefs. But I'm not complaining because they're playing the same amount of games in the same amount of days. But I think, in my opinion, we're gonna win. I don't know. Us at home, bro, on Christmas.
I hope you all win. Let's just say that.
I think everyone in America is just rooting, not for specific teams to win, just for the Chiefs to lose.
Yeah.
So.
Me, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to see you guys beat the Eagles.
For real, are you?
Wait, are you guys playing the Eagles?
Yeah, in a couple weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
that's all I want.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to come over for that game.
I do. I'm gonna be here.
Well, I know you are, but you gotta go. It's gonna be me, Rail, Ev. Punch Ev in the head.
I love you, Ev.
Yeah, for real.
When it comes to football, I can't stand you.
Facts.
Like right now, it's kind of nice and quiet without you. I like it.
For real. Oh, yeah, because he's not flaming the shit out of you right now.
That too.
Yeah, for real, man. But what was any other questions before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. No.
Let's talk about one more quick thing. What's up? Let's talk about the Bears.
Yes, somebody did say, should Bears fans kill themselves?
Yes, pull the trigger.
No, I think there's a light at the tunnel now that Matt Eberflus is fired.
He should have been fired
a long time ago.
Way back, man.
After game 1.
Dude, he should have been fired after the season.
No, yeah.
Last year, he should have been gone.
That should have been the first thing.
Ed Johnson, you are the head coach of the Bears.
Don't say
Does
that.
he want to be though? I don't know.
Fuck no, I wouldn't want to be.
Dallas
I'd be like, I'm staying with Detroit, bro.
Well, you guys are
Dallas
about to
needs
sign Mike McCarthy to.
Oh, don't say that, bro.
You see the
Don't
thing
put
where
that juju up in the air.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw Jerry Jones the fucking.
No, like, it was a media question. The media was like, "Did you see how crazy it is that Jerry Jones is gonna re-sign you possibly?" He's Mike McCarthy's like,
Why are you laughing
why
at
are you
that?
guys laughing?
I saw that. That was
That's funny, bro. I think that that would be a Jerry thing to do.
It would.
So
Jerry Jones is just gonna draft another DT out of Michigan and call it a day.
Yep.
facts.
Fucking dumb.
The Bears. There is a light at the end of the tunnel because now you're just saying, fuck it. We don't have a coach. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want. So they might win a couple games that way. There's no hope for the division. There's really not a whole lot of hope because they still have to play each division opponent one more time.
Oh shit!
So I think all those three teams are better. You can't
Yeah,
lose. There's no way in the NFL you lose 6 in a row and you make the playoffs at any point. I don't think. I think we could deep dive back into the Brooks and be like, as a team ever lost 6 straight and still made the playoffs. I don't think so. So,
You guys see Keenan Allen's head?
dude,
Oh, he
my
He needs
god,
to shave it off and let it go, just like Daniel needs to shave that chin strap off and let it go.
Dude, let's put a poll. And should he shave the chin strap? We'll get an up close video
No,
picture to
explain
put
a
in.
little bit.
I'm trying to let it grow out fully.
Hey man, I let it grow, man. So
Yeah, yours
if it
came
can
off
work
full.
out,
I'm trying to get it there.
yeah.
I'm
So
trying.
we're still gonna flame him until it's
Yeah.
until it looks like a lumberjack. So yeah, man, Keenan Allen, his head is like, ooh.
And I can't talk.
He's a grown man though.
Yeah, so he's making millions. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
What the fuck am I?
You're nothing.
You're not
bro.
making millions.
No,
Cowboys
grown
fan,
ass
bro.
man. What the fuck?
You support Dak, bro.
For real.
What the?
Is that what you're trying to look like? You're trying to look
No,
like
we're
that?
not. We're not getting.
You need your chin and beard to look like your idol's head.
Bald.
Bald, yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh man, are you gonna do the dance real quick? The wedding dance?
Just rubbing his head.
He's on.
No.
I'm not gonna do that. shit, bro.
Always stand up for Dak. That's it.
Oh jeez,
White,
man.
white,
Why? He's not
gray.
even. No, we're not getting into it. We're not getting into it.
We're not.
We can get into it with Ev next week.
We're not.
Who y'all play next week? The Panther? No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Eagles play the Panthers next week.
No. We play them the game
After
2 weeks.
probably.
We play. Fuck. Who do we play?
All
I
right.
thought it was the Panthers.
Bro's out here wearing the cowboy hood. He doesn't even know the damn schedule.
I've given up on the
Sorry,
Giants.
I'm still on a high horse from those two. That's
Yeah,
I don't even want to watch
the
them,
Bengals.
man.
That's the fucking. That's gonna be the Simpsons fucking.
Oh, the
You
Simpsons
see that?
broadcast, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a broadcast where it's the Simpsons, like like
Like the
Nick,
Nickelodeon.
the
on the-
Nickelodeon
oh my
thing.
God,
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man.
Yeah. We'll see.
So
Might watch that one.
I feel like Jamar Chase is gonna go for 300 yards, and they'll still fucking lose 38-41 or some shit.
So you're taking the Cowboys?
I don't think. I
Is
mean, if
Who day?
if
Who
it's
day?
we day, Steelers are day right now. Yes,
Nah,
sir.
Who day is the Bengals?
I think
And the Bengals.
I
the
if
Bengals.
there's any team that Cooper Rush could put up 40 on, it's probably the sorry ass Bengals. I think y'all might is it in Cincy or in Dallas?
In Dallas.
Yeah, I think y'all got it.
Yeah.
It's gonna go. They're gonna go bad for
Oh
bad.
wait, I just saw it's a Monday night.
It is a
Monday
Monday.
night game.
Monday,
Okay.
December 9th.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Damn, I gotta wait a fucking week.
For real,
It's
bro.
my bad. It'll save me some life.
For real. So
Save some.
I think that's it, right? That's everything we've gone over. So again,
That's
we
it.
do apologize for the mishap. We're still learning, but we're upping our game up. We got a camera. We got a new editing. We have new software to edit on. We have new angles. We're gonna be posting TikToks soon. We're gonna be on the come up, man. We're on the come up. So we're glad that y'all stuck with us here on the Yap Sesh, episode 3.
Should be up.
Should be 5.
Thank you guys.
But we're gonna shout out Mr. Dang for coming up.
Yeah, thanks,
Um,
bro. He
you know.
does go back. He goes to Denver University, so he'll be going back in
Yeah.
January. We're gonna try and feature him on a few more podcasts.
I think
before.
once I get that PC, I can run like Discord, put you right here,
and have like
See
a
what happens.
distance. That'd
See
be
what
cool.
happens.
and we can
Hopefully-
put you on the headphones, and I think we
talk
can hook it up
college,
here
man.
somehow. I'll ask somebody who has this as well. So
That'd be
be on the lookout for that. Mike Serrano, Bronco fan, want to shout him out. He might be the next guest as well. So
That'd be cool.
whenever bro's in town, we're gonna do it up. But yeah, thank you again for watching Yap Sesh Pod. And you got anything else as our featured guest?
Thank you. I wish the last episode came out because Daniel, he was getting flamed.
Yeah, for real.
It wasn't that bad.
Really hope it happens again.
We might, if we can find it, well, a little bit down the line, and we'll be like, "This is."
And I was only.
We'll make a Daniel Flame compilation.
And it was only because I was standing up for Dak, which.
Yeah,
that's not. I don't know what the problem with is.
That's flame worthy for sure.
Thank you guys.
Life as a Cowboys fan.
I hope I can be in more of these because I enjoy talking about this.
For real, man. Yeah. So
nice.
It's been nice. We'll see you on the next episode. Hopefully next week. So thank you so much. It's been the Yap Sesh.
Thank you guys.